Hi, everybody. We're going live.
Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
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 Welcome to our tarot live stream today.
Great to have you. So I am very curious to hear from you what you like most. Which tarot deck is your favorite? Which magical deck you would use? Which deck you find interesting or beautiful? And which one do you find crazy as hell? So we have some magical sets or decks for you today. We have some interesting artful decks and we have some very weird crazy decks for you. So let's start with some magical decks together. I provided some sets here on my table for you, and I would like to start with the Golden Dawn Magical Tarot because yeah, I don't know if it's so famous. We are from Germany, all in the live stream, all people present here. And in Germany, it's not so famous, I think, but maybe international or in England or America, it's more famous. I don't know. What I like with this set, which I have here, is that the cards are a little bit bigger than the other ones. They are nice in the hand. And so that's very cool. I like it very much. And what you see is you have the typical Golden Dawn symbol on the cards. It's astrological. You always have some astrological symbolism on it. For example, you recognize the magician without knowing that it would be the magician. I think pretty everybody could imagine it. You have the typical symbolism of the magician here. Here again, we have some symbolism from the astrology. So you see Aries, for example. Yeah, and you know what? When you use these cards, you not only use them as an oracle method, you can use them for meditation and path working. That is one of very, very interesting uses. And that is one of the things we do when we teach tarot in the Brotherhood of the Eternal Light, or we have an intensive certified tarot course, which will take place next year. We will also deal with meditation and path working. And that is a very good way to really dive into the symbolism of the tarot and to really integrate it. And if you're interested more in the interpretation of the cards and the meaning and some more things, you are welcome to join our free online workshop, which will take place on January the 3rd, 2024, which is held by Salomo. It will we will have 90 minutes workshop together, and I hope we will see you there. And you will have a dive into the meaning and some things of the tarot cards, which we won't go into the stream because we are more about the symbolism here. Not so much of the explanation of the card. So you're welcome to join us. We will provide all the links in the video description, so you can click on them and register very easily to this free webinar on the 3rd of January and also on the certified Tarot Intensive course. So let's go to the next cards. Mila, would you be so kind? I see you're already putting some cards on the table. And that's the Crowley Tarot, which is very famous. Hi, Mila.
Hi,
Hey,
hello.
thank you so much. I have a Crowley deck also lying on the table, so we can both present some cards.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
I thought maybe it's interesting to start with the magician, which
Mhm.
Crowley actually calls the magus.
Mhm.
And it's
That's
from
a ritualistic interpretation of the word
Interesting.
magician. The magus is in the ritual, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I
Uh,
really don't know why, so I'm curious what you have to tell about it.
yeah, maybe he's more concerned with the use in a magical society, you know, when you
Yeah, I
call it
think.
magus in a ritual,
Mm,
and you are becoming a magus, so to speak, when you go the mystery way.
yeah.
I show you two more cards, which is a little bit weird. We are not yet at the craziest and weird decks, but there are two more magus,
Mhm.
sis,
Yeah.
because Crowley made three of them. And that is one thing which is a little bit problematic because the tarot as an oracle system depends on Kabbalistic symbolism and depends on the tree of life. And it's a very good oracle system because the tree of life contains everything about the human soul and everything about the universe. So
Mm,
with the 70, 80 cards, it's pretty good oracle system where, and when you have a question to this oracle system, you will get a useful answer normally. So
yeah.
when you have two more cards in this deck, you have 80 cards, then it's not it's not a good system anymore. You
Yeah.
have to take out the two cards. So
Yeah.
yeah, you have to decide which
I
magus
see.
or magician card you would use and then go with the 78 cards.
But I think from
So
the symbolism it's quite different. If you show if you see if you
yeah.
show the magician from the Golden Dawn deck, it's
Mhm.
quite
Yeah.
from the symbolism, it's quite
That's
different.
quite different. You know, the Golden Dawn magician, and we will see the Rider Waite magician. It's more like the origin of the Tarot de Marseille,
Mm,
the Marseille Tarot, and Crowley just put his own symbolism into it. And yeah, that's typical for the producer of a deck when he's gaining and uh, he's developing his ideas. The cards will contain all his magical and mystical ideas,
yeah,
and yeah, that's what we call it tarot. What I like is that the cards are very nice. It's very artistic,
I like this one.
very
The
nice art. I like
beautiful.
it very much. Um, um, when I was younger and I was starting to get interested in the mysteries and the tarot, I went to a coffee shop and I printed out some of the cards in a very big format, and I really like this as a reminder of the mysteries for me. So yeah, I won't use the cold tarot. I will explain later which deck we use and why we use it. But I really like the art which is behind the decks. So, yeah, Miley or Aria, would you like to present some of the Rider Waite cards? I see that Miley, you have a special edition with big cards, which is really nice. For example,
Yes,
to
mine
use
has
with
a
a
big
group as
cards.
well.
Yeah, okay. I can already start
Ah, okay, we can
to
only
show
share
my
one
cards.
screen. I'm
Yes,
so sorry.
the
Yeah,
first
okay.
the first great arcana
Mm,
of the Rider Waite. So Rider Waite is quite famous. So I would say very famous tarot set. So here is the first great arcana. Um, Arthur Edward Waite was the person who developed this deck. He was a member of the Golden Dawn and published the tarot with one other member of the Golden Dawn, with Rider. That's why this deck is named Rider Waite. And unfortunately, the name of the artist is not as known as the name of the publisher. So the artist was Pamela Conlon Smith, and the first edition was in 1910. So mostly more, yeah, 113, 14 years ago. And it has a very rich symbolic So you can see here, I show you this one in bigger. So the first card, the Fool, and so it's really a nice set of cards, which inspired a lot of other set in their symbolic, in their presentation, in their aesthetic.
Now you
And
see some Kabbalistic
yes,
symbolism, you
it's
see
a lot of,
astrological symbolism.
yes, the symbolism is quite nice. So in some kind we can discuss about it. Some are not always suitable, but it's still one maybe of the I would say one, I would rate it in one of the most interesting category.
So I think the major arcana is really near at the origin of the Tarot de Marseille. It's not so far away, I think,
Mm-hmm.
but the minor arcana is totally different.
Yes, I can show you a couple of minor arcana. So each card is depicted a picture. So let's see the wands. Yes, so the wands.
Okay, there's not much different with the ace.
So the ace of wands, yes.
I can, you know,
Yes.
I have it here on my stream. You won't see it, but I will give it to Aria and she can show
yes.
it.
Mm-hmm. So now to switch to the Marseille. Okay, thank you. So I have a helper hand here. So yes, here is the Rider-Waite Ace of Wands, and here is the Marseille. So you see more ancient way of depicting this symbol. Also we see the hand. And oh yeah, maybe you want to say a bit more about the Marseille, the Tarot de Marseille. Here we have the two of.
So when you compare,
So if we compare, yes, we have a very, yeah, pictorial, very like a scenery, a landscape in the Rider-Waite, and in the Marseille, it's very the most simple way of depicting two wands.
So when you would compare the Golden Dawn or Crowley cards, you have also the name of the card, which is written on the card, which is not the case with the Tarot de Marseille, and which is not the case with the Rider-Waite Tarot. And you have to know them by heart, which every mystery student who has studied the tarot should know. And through the name, you will have some idea of the symbolism and the meaning of the card. And there's some more relation to the tree of life, which you should know. And it's not, it's not always useful to have an image. For example, this image on the Rider-Waite, Two of Wands, may not lead to a good conclusion what the card could mean. With this card, it could be okay, but with other cards, the meaning is more far away than the image is showing. And that's one of the reasons why we use the Tarot de Marseille, because the minor arcana shows only the symbolism of the chalices or the goblets, the wands, the swords, and the pentacles or coins. And that's very plain, that's very easy without any distraction. And you see some of the major arcana as well. And the major arcana show more like an imaginary or scenery. And the scenery is very, yeah, strong in a way. But I would say not distracted with many symbols and many ideas. And in some of the cases, in the Golden Dawn Tarot, you have all these astrological meanings, which you know anyway when you know the card. You know, for example, on the I think on the Golden Dawn Fool, you see the triangle of air. Yeah, but you know it's air. You know, you don't have to have the triangle on the card. And for your oracle, you should know it by heart. For the meditation or pathwork, that could be interesting to have it, because you will have an access to the astral, and you will use the card as an entrance to the astral. So that could be interesting to have. But for the oracle system, you won't need it, because you know it anyway. For example, we see the Hanged Man, you know it's water. You don't have to have a water triangle on it.
Yes,
So, okay.
yes, so maybe
I have one more thing to say,
yes.
because yeah, it reminds me. I saw some astrological symbols on the Golden Dawn and the Crowley Tarot, and I saw Hebrew letters, and that reminded me that we are developing tarot cards in the Brotherhood of the Eternal Light as well. Salomo is developing his own set of cards, or we are not sure if it will we will have a set when we have it, because we are very thoroughly with it, and we want to make it very good and to have a real magical mystery tarot set which you can use, and which is very deep in its meaning, and it's rooted in the Kabbalistic symbolism. And for example, I know one of the cards, and I know there's a special Kabbalistic symbolism on it, which makes absolute sense, which is not on the other card. It is one of the major arcana, which I know, and I don't have seen any comparable card in another set with this one.
Yes.
So yeah, it will be a great set, I think, and I hope the development will grow over time.
Yes. Yes, because the symbolic depicted on the tarot cards are very important. So that's why it's a lot of tarot decks are not so suitable because depending on the deck, there are more or less misinterpretation about the basic meaning. So it's difficult to have a very good tarot set. And that's why it's better. We recommend to work with the Tarot de Marseille, so that you are not misinterpreting the pictures on the card. And even if you know well the symbolism, maybe it's possible that if you use the tarot with someone else, that this person doesn't understand well the symbolism of the tarot. So that would be one more argument to use the Tarot de Marseille, so that there is no misinterpretation based on the picture, but only the interpretation based on the real meaning. And it's possible that some people say, yeah, but until now it was easier to use the tarot with strong pictures, strong symbolism on it, because it helped to remember the meaning. But at the end, learning the tarot with the Kabbalah makes it much more simple, because you understand the basic meaning, and you can relate it to the tarot very easily. So it makes it very easy to understand and to remember all the symbolism of each cards of the tarot. So that's one point where I would advise as well to learn it with the Kabbalah. And yes, we have this course coming soon, so it would be a real enrichment for each person who is interested in the tarot and hasn't learned yet to understanding to use it with Kabbalah. So we'll put the link in the description.
Yeah, thank you so much. I like what you say. And I think maybe it's a good moment for us to show some of the interesting or artful tarot decks. What do you think?
Yes.
And I would like to hear from all our viewers, and you can write it in the chat. What is your favorite magical tarot? What do you use? Why you use it? Just write it in the chat. We are very curious to hear about. And please let us know so we can talk about it a little bit more, and it's more interactive when you write something in the chat. We can have a kind of conversation somehow. And now let us go on and let us come back. If anybody writes in the chat, somebody of you, let us know, then we can always skip a little bit back and give a comment to it. Okay?
Yes, and even
Great.
after this live stream, you can write it in the comment. We are super interested to know what you use, what you find interesting, or maybe not interesting. What did you choose not to use? Is also very, very interesting.
Yeah. So I see Andrea is writing in the chat, and that she's speaking from my heart. I also use the Tarot de Marseille, and I think Andrea and me and you, Aria, too. We have all three the same reason why we use it, because we all have the experience to have learned the tarot and the Brotherhood of the Eternal Light, which trace it back to the real Kabbalistic real meaning of it. The true wisdom of the tarot lies in the Kabbalah, and so we use the Tarot, I must say, because which we said earlier, it's the set which is the less distracting, and which is the most useful in this way. And Andrea is writing in the chat that she uses the Tarot de Marseille, but she has several other ones. I think, Crowley Tarot, Waite, and Golden Dawn as well. Yeah, I can relate to that. I have them. I have them too. Yeah. Okay. So let's go on. I think.
Yes.
Yeah, good idea.
Hey, yeah. Hi, Miley. Cool.
Hi. Those
Hey.
magical decks were also interesting, but I brought a really artistic one today. So
Okay.
and it is made by a real artist, so by the German artist Hermann Heindel. So he's an artist and not an occultist, and you see the symbolism here. It differs a lot from the tarot decks we saw up to now. He tried to put in a lot of symbolism and use different symbolism and stuff. So he used astrological symbols, runes, and Hebrew letters. But also the booklet already tells he made up a lot of the symbolism, and it's a lot of the things is from his own and is a little bit detached from classical traditional symbolism. So for example, what's kind of interesting, here are some cards we already saw before in the Tarot de Marseille. So you see the Hanged Man here also looks quite different with the rainbow in the background.
Okay.
What he also did very interesting for the minor arcana, First of all, the discs or coins he calls stones.
Okay, well,
And
that's okay. Yeah,
yeah.
I could see why.
Yeah. And interestingly, he assigned the different elements or the different symbols to different cultures, interestingly. So he assigned the chalices to the Celtic and Germanic culture, and the stones for the America of the Indian Americans. So I don't know why he did that, but I find it quite interesting. So and you can see from the cards, they're really done really sophisticated. It's really sophisticated art.
They're
So
beautiful. Yes.
yes, they are beautiful. So I personally would not use them because for me it's a little bit too much detached from the symbolism you discussed, because you would use the Tarot de Marseille for a reason, and that's the same for me. So I like this deck very much. It's really done very nicely, but for me personally, I would not work with that.
Well, I would like to see the paintings, you know, in a normal format, you know, in a big format, in somewhere in the museum, maybe. That's great.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
would be really
you don't know
great.
if
Yeah.
they are somewhere maybe in a museum or somewhere.
I didn't find out up to now.
Okay, yeah.
So, but I think he's still alive. So,
Okay, yeah. Or
yeah.
maybe he has them in his or maybe he gives them somewhere from time to time to present them. Okay. Yeah, well, I can Google it and I can look for it, because it's always interesting to have, you know, points to where you can go and look at the cards, you know, from an art standpoint, from a view of an artist, you know. That's great. It just came to my mind. That's very interesting, because you have sometimes museum which have tarot art or alchemic art or something like this, you know. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. I see in the chat. I'm sorry, just referring to the chat. Gabriella asked if we are German. We are. You hear it on the accent, I think. Great to have you, Gabriella. And yeah, and thank you, Andrea. You are so kind to answer in the chat. And it's very funny because Aria wrote, "I'm actually from France." Yeah.
Yes,
You are from France,
now in between we
but
can
live in
think I come
Germany.
from
Oh
Germany
God.
because I've been
Oh
living
my
so
God.
much here, but yeah, I'm
Oh
still
my gosh.
okay. But it's nice. We have so much people from the US, so it's great. Yeah, so it was a nice.
Yeah.
Should we go on? I have brought for you one other nice deck.
So I have just a moment for answering Gabriella, because she's asking, will you only be reviewing? And that's the
Yes.
main purpose of this stream, is to show you some decks and to clarify why we use the Tarot de Marseille, for example, in our school, and that we're developing our own cards, and that we have a 90-minute workshop, a free 90-minute workshop in January, held by Salomo Balshem. That's our head of the school, and he will give more information about the symbolism of the cards and something more. And it's very easy to register. We will put the link in the video description, and you can join for free on January the 3rd, 2024. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, Ariel. Just want to mention it again, because
Yes,
not
thank you.
everybody is right here from the start, and I mentioned
Yes.
it very early, and I think not everybody was online. So, okay.
Okay. So yes, I brought you a very nice set, which is named the Tarot of the Fee and Elves. So it's very nice deck with a lot of different pixies. It's really nice. I show you. So here are the big arcana. So we see again the Fool, the Magician. So it's all in this health scenery. The priestess, sorry. Yes, so I find it very, very beautiful. I must say I've never really used it that much. I prefer the more classical one, but I find it just a nice piece of art. I don't know how you find it yourself. And yes, if you in Germany we have a nice book of tarot interpreted in arts. So if you like, we can as well put the link in this description. There's so much different cards of tarot by so much artists. Really a nice book. Unfortunately, I think until now only in German, but it's mostly pictures. So if you want, we can put it in the description.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Also
So
the
we have to find an English
an
pendant.
English pendant, yes,
Sorry,
an
Miley, I
equivalent in
interrupted you.
English, yes. Mm-hmm.
Miley, sorry, I interrupted you. What would you like to say?
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Wow, that looks
And-
great.
Yeah.
And yes, Maida, I think you have now, we can switch to the category of the crazy cards, or the bit more crazy.
A bit more crazy.
Classical, so a bit more crazy.
That looks
Wow.
crazy. Yes.
That looks great.
Yeah, so
Okay, that
Okay, what that's supposed to
yeah.
in German you call them Bierdeckel. You put your beer on those little thingies, huh?
No, that's a
Yes,
tarot
yes,
deck.
yes,
You would
you-
not do that.
Oh, okay.
So you
Yeah,
see
but
the
I
people,
brought something
how
a
it can,
little bit unusual today. So yeah, I brought a tarot deck which has round cards. This is the
Mhm.
back of
Yes,
them.
okay.
So, and they are round. Also, the symbolism on the front is a little bit, yeah, looks not familiar in the first place. So, this is called a Mother Peace Tarot, and it's called the Tarot for Women. And it got inspiration from old matriarchalic structures, and so it's focused a lot on women. Um, so yeah. Also, personally, I think I would not use it, but I think it's a interesting and nice approach from a completely different perspective. Yeah.
Well, I like the how you say it in English. They are round. That's they're like like a circle. That's very nice.
Yeah.
The format is very cool.
Yeah, also the style of drawing I like. I
Yeah,
like a lot.
it
It's
looks a
it's
little bit like I would say Southern American
yeah,
style,
like
or how
that.
could you say that?
Yeah.
Little bit
Yeah,
like
that was also kind of my impression. So yeah. But I think it's quite a nice deck.
mhm. And there are written names
that's
on
really
it, huh?
nice. I like
Yeah,
as well.
there are written
The
names on
Hierophant.
it.
Okay, I see.
Yes.
Okay.
It's maybe a bit I find it really nice from the design, and as well around it makes it very special, but I wonder how convenient it is to mix
Yeah.
or to handle them.
And there are 78 cards.
They
It's a
supposed
complete deck.
it's a
Yeah.
com as
Okay.
far as I know, it's a
Mhm.
complete deck. I don't find the Yeah, it's 78. It's a classical.
Okay.
From
Would you
from the
say more
number is a
crazy
classic.
or more interesting?
For me, it's more interesting because I think
Hmm?
the people that designed it try to put in serious symbolism from their
Mhm.
knowledge. So I would say it's just a yeah.
Yeah, it's for example, I think that's the tower, isn't it?
Yes, it's a tower. Yes.
Yeah, so it looks very near to the origin.
Yeah. So
It's
it's
somehow,
not like a
somehow.
cat, not like a cat's tarot. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Not
like
very strange.
not very
Because,
strange. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So, but
Do
I'm
you?
very curious, what
Very nice.
else do we have?
Yeah.
Yes.
We saw some very beautiful paintings in the book, and this is also very nice. So maybe
Yes,
we
yes.
have some
Yeah.
crazy
Yes.
things here.
So I brought very interesting one. So that I can show you the interesting one, I go back to the Rider-Waite tarot set, and I show you again the Fool. So the first of the big arcana, of the great arcana, the Fool of the Rider-Waite. And now I would like to show you sets of Pietro Aligo, who developed several tarot sets based based on the Rider-Waite, with the inspiration based on the Rider-Waite. So the first one is the Before Tarot. Why the Before Tarot? Because each card depicted what happened just before what we see in the Rider-Waite. So you see in the Rider-Waite, the Fool is
what did the
walking.
Fool? Okay.
The Fool is walking in a very naive and happy way, and he holds a white rose in his hand. He has a white dog who bites his, so it's usually we can find it with a white dog beating his leg, and he's like walking in the direction of a cliff, but he's watching to the sky. So like, yes. And in the Before Tarot, the Fool is picking the white rose and like disturbing the white wild dog. Yes.
Whoa.
Great.
So
Cool.
yes, it's a nice. It's really a nice. I found it really interesting. The
Yeah, the
first time I saw
idea.
it was like, what a nice, interesting deck. And so he developed his deck to give a new perspective, to push the user of this tarot to think forward and don't see the picture as a fixed situation, but see the situation as something evolving. But
Yeah,
actually,
which is really a good thought, huh?
yes, it's a
with the
great
tarot
thought.
interpretation or use of the
Yes.
tarot. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it should be always in the tarot. But okay, maybe for some people it's nice to focus on this thought. It was not present in their view of the tarot. So I show you more decks, and then I will go more deeper in the use of them and how I see them as well personally, how I use them. So we have the Before Tarot and we have the After Tarot. And actually, Peter Aligo developed first the After Tarot. And in the After Tarot, we see what happened just after what we see in the Rider-Waite. So the Rider-Waite Tarot, in the Rider-Waite, where the Fool is walking in the direction of the cliff, and after he falls. So we see the Fool is anking the cliff. Yes, so it's the After Tarot.
Oh,
So
that's
it's
great.
pretty
I
great.
like it, you know.
I like it so much. The
That's
idea is
pretty
so
great.
nice.
Yes,
Yes,
a
it's
great
So
idea.
yes.
my imagination always was the Fool is crossing the air somehow. You know,
Yes,
when we did the video about Dart, the invisible Sephira, we used the tarot card of the Fool, and
yes.
we put the Fool into the air to walk over the abyss to show it, you know, symbolically. You remember it? So it's
Yes.
just advertising our Dart video now. Okay, we go back to the decks.
We go back to the tarot side. So really I think for every person who is interested by tarot, so for me it was first time I saw that, well, oh, it's so great, it's so funny and nice. And he developed a third very interesting deck, and the third one is called New Vision. And in the New Vision tarot deck, the perspective is switched to 180 degree. That means we see what is behind. We see the other side of the picture.
Wow.
So now we see the fool with walking towards the cliff, but we see it behind, so from his back, and now we see what is in front of him. So in some cards, it's some cards are more interesting than others. So we see here the example of the magician, maybe like in one interpretation of the magician, like, you know, the show magician, like
the gambler,
impressing upon a publicum with
huh?
believing everything with that is showed by the magician. Oh, I really like this one, the High Priestess. You see,
I
with
could imagine some cards which
in
could be
front of
very
the
interesting.
sea, in front of the sea. It's really nice, and with the owl, it's really nice one. So now about the use of them, and first, what
The minor arcana as well,
yes,
like
every
before,
card. So
after,
I
and
can
yeah,
show you a
really?
couple
Okay,
of
cool.
yes. So
Okay.
like so I would need to pick, maybe I pick a card in the Rider-Waite and then I show you the equivalent in the New Vision. I just need a short moment. So let's pick. Yeah, I draw a card for you. It's like, oh, the 10 of the cup. Okay, so one person asked in the chat if we were drawing cards. So I draw a card. So it's the 10 of the cup. Let's see what we have in the New Vision. So in the New Vision, we see this couple. So it's a Rider-Waite. We see this couple from the back, happy. And here we see the couple from the other side. So we see them
Okay, it's not
front.
so okay.
Yes, now we see
Yes.
their house. So yeah, sometimes it's okay, just an interesting interpretation, like how to artistically apply it in the other direction. And sometimes it can really deepen the symbolic, like, or complete it, like I would say with I like personally the High Priestess in front of the sea by night with the owl. It's nice. So yes. So Pietro Aligo suggests several ways of using it. So like, for example, using this different deck with, you probably know this way of using tarot, like one card for the past, one card for the present, one card for the future. So it would be like using the before tarot for the past and using the after tarot for the future. So it's one way to use it, but I would say basically the standard tarot can be used using cards with past, present, future. So, okay, so that would be one way, or I say just like in a normal way, not changing the basic symbolism of the standard tarot, or to see what is about to happen, to see things as a matter of
Timeline.
cause
Process.
and effect.
Mhm.
Yes, a timeline.
Cause
But
and
actually,
effect.
that should be already in each tarot or each way of using the
Yeah,
tarot.
which is absolutely interesting because you know when you use the minor arcana, you can look at process.
Exactly.
And
That's
that is
exactly
what you
what I
could
mean. Yeah.
do with the before and after tarot.
Yeah.
For
So,
instance, with this 10 of cups, you
yeah.
could see, oh, what were they doing before
Yes,
to come into this good situation they are now in.
exactly. Yes.
In German, it's Sattheit. I don't know. I don't have the
Yes.
translation.
So it's a kind of book of transformation, like the I Ching, like each card is following one card. Which card will be followed by one card, by one meaning. So the natural way of evolving, the natural way of that things are moving, are evolving. So one last suggestion of use made by Pietro Aligo is maybe the one that I would, for me, retain is to use them as a way to deepen our understanding of the cards and of their symbolic. So I don't use them. I use the Marseille, or maybe eventually the Rider-Waite, but I find them super interesting and super funny and interesting. Just like to look at them, and sometimes I think it can help to deepen the understanding of perspective of one card of the other one. So it's really a really nice set. I wanted to show you because it's like one of my favorite in my collection, but not to use them, but just because I think it's a nice interpretation or way of artistic interpretation more than symbolic interpretation. So, and in the crazy deck, we wanted to show you, but we didn't find it in our collection, in our private collection, the typical cat deck. So nowadays there are even white cat tarot or black duck tarot, but we don't have in our private collection. And we found also a very crazy, funny deck. It's called the Puck Dog Tarot. So it's like a puppy tarot. And Christo, if you mind to show us a picture of it, it's super funny. So again, as I saw it, it was also like, I found it super funny and super interesting. I wouldn't use it in my reading, but it's definitely something cute and funny. And you will see all the deep symbolism has been replaced by something that has to do with dog, like is the act
That's
of the so it's in German, so let's translate.
yeah, it's in German,
like
but it's so funny. It's like Ace of the sausage.
yeah, the ace of the sausage or the ace of the bone,
the king of
so,
bone.
yeah, the king of bones.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
the
King
king
of
of
Bones is
bone.
absolutely my
Yeah.
favorite.
The king
Yes.
of bones. He's sitting behind his bones and he's
Yes.
very
I find as well
guarding
the ace
them.
of sausage quite funny. So you see the deepened symbolism and very spiritual has been replaced by something just totally profane, funny and profane, and so it's
Yeah, but it's very funny. You
funny.
have the cups, you have the wands.
It's funny, but it
in
has
a little bit different symbolism.
Yes, but it's not. Unfortunately, it lost all its super interesting aspect of it, but it's just like kind of funny. I have one other one. I forgot to show you. I wanted to show you a bit earlier, but I show it now. It's a modern witch tarot. So, and again, you see, so how far the Rider-Waite tarot influenced other artists.
How
or
modern it is?
other, it's sorry?
How modern?
I think it's very modern. I don't know.
Okay,
I
okay,
think it's quite modern. Quite new.
okay.
I can have a look. I'm sorry, I don't know exactly which year, but you see it's
Okay.
quite modern because, and the name, it's really the program, so Modern Witch Tarot. So it's very modern here. You see the Fool? It's not a man, it's a lady. There's no man at all in this deck. It's only ladies. And it's very modern because now the old symbolism has been replaced by something modern. So instead of the white rose, we see a mobile phone. And so it's a pity. It's really, I find it's a pity because the white rose had such a nice and deep symbolism. Now it's empty. So maybe on the surface we can replace it. It's a bit a pity, but funny. And here's the high priestess. Don't hold anymore the Torah, but hold a laptop. And you see the magician is not a man anymore, but a girl and a black girl. So you see the old symbolism. So you see only ladies and with a very modern interpretation. Maybe I have one other one, funny one. Yes. So
Oh, that's cool.
the chariot.
I like it.
Now a
Motorcycle
a
chariot.
motorcycle,
Yeah, I
you know,
like
it's a
that.
motorcycle. So it has something funny, but definitely it lost its very spiritual symbolism. Yes, so it's kind of, so I see this card, this set, as well as something more funny artistic interpretation than something I would personally use. And yes, I don't know. How do you find it? What is your favorite one? Which one you wouldn't use at all? And yeah, I'm a bit curious to know how you see these different sets.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much.
Yes, Andrea, right, the eTorah. Yes, exactly, the eTorah. So I guess in internet
Yeah.
you can find the Torah, but you can find as well a lot of just
You know, when you have this
information.
this
So
this
yes,
vision tarot of this
yes.
tarot, you will see that she's online in the tarot. Yeah, in the Torah. Yeah.
Yes. And here's the eremit. She's alone with a laptop, or maybe she's switching, closing her laptop. Yes, it's funny interpretation.
I had a bit internet. I did not know if you heard me. I was just saying, if you have this vision tarot of this tarot you're showing right now, and you would see the high priestess from behind you, you could see that she's online and looking into the Torah.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
maybe
Or maybe in Facebook, I don't know. And here, the star.
Facebook.
So it's body positivity. So it's
Yeah, great.
like very modern aspect of yeah, it shows like modern aspect of society, and it's definitely more for girl, for witches than for yeah, gentlemen.
Yeah, great.
Yes.
So if you want to know more about the meaning of the cards, about the origin of the cards, about what the Tree of Life and the Kabbalah has to do with the true wisdom of the tarot, join us for free online and get a lecture from Salomo Baal Shem, the founder and head of our school. on January the 3rd, 2024. And we wish you all a good winter solstice and good Christmas Day, good holidays. And in Germany, we say Guten Rutsch, Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy
So
New Year.
the winter solstitium is tomorrow at about 2 p.m. So it's around the 21st and 22nd of December, and it's a very special moment. The sun is going into Capricorn. It's and maybe you will celebrate it. We sometimes do it. Some years ago, we had a live meditation on this occasion, an astrological. So we wish you good holidays, and yeah, maybe we will, or I think we will do a stream again. We don't know which topic. Maybe we'll make a poll via community posting, and you can decide what you would like to be part of in the stream. And I hope you liked our stream. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for being with us. And maybe we'll see us again on January the 3rd, 2024. So, thank you, all the streamers.
Bye-bye.
I really enjoyed it.
Bye.
It was a great evening with you, or a great afternoon for some people, or great lunchtime. So take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.